What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time. Coming to you from the locker room yet again. Sorry about the lighting. I know the lighting is not the greatest in here, but it's just easier access for me for the pickups for this month because basically they're all here instead of moving them around. So I got the Griffey, custom Griffey on the teal alternate. You know, from back in the day. Shout out to Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Piazza, newest additions of the members of the Hall of Fame. So, you know, awesome for them. I was a big Griffey fan growing up too. So, let's get right to the pickups. I'm going to try to do this quickly because it's pretty hot. I mean, this heat will not go away. The humidity is down, thankfully, but the heat is still bleh. So I'm just going to try to get through these a little quicker. So let's do it. I got a little hodgepodge of things. I got football. I got a baseball. I got NBA. So a little of everything besides hockey, but everything else. First off, got the authentic Indianapolis Colts, one of my all-time favorite running backs, Marshall Faulk, and that's a vintage, authentic. Oh yeah, it's a Wilson jack tag. Everything is single stitched. Real nice jersey. I'm sorry for the lighting. I know it's not the greatest in this room, but believe me, that's blue. Maybe if I pull back a little bit, it looks a little better. I don't know. But anyhow, so that's number one. Where am I going to put these? Number one, Marshall Faulk, authentic vintage Wilson, Indianapolis Colts. Number two, let's go to the NBA. Pistol Pete, Jazz, number 7. I want to say this is from his Utah Jazz day. Yeah, a little brief time in Utah because this is a 79 or 77, 76, 77. So that's probably still when they were the New Orleans Jazz. I want to say, or maybe it was Utah because the back is stitched. The numbers, and I think they started that when they moved to Utah. And I think he wore number 7 when they moved to Utah because he was 44 before that for his whole career. The only time he wore number 7 in the NBA is when he was with the Utah Jazz, I believe. So, and it doesn't say Utah in there, so I don't know. It's either a Utah Jazz jersey or it's a New Orleans. I'm pretty sure this is Utah, though, if I remember the history. But 77, 78 Pistol Pete, Maravich. And also, I'm pretty sure it is, too, because his name, Maravich, is on the back. And, of course, the ABA days, he just went by Pistol. When they moved to the NBA, he went to, of course, he couldn't have Pistol in his name. On the back of the jersey, he had to have his name. So when he was with the Celtics, it was the same thing. The only time he had Maravich on his jersey was when he was with when they moved to the NBA. The Jazz became a member of the NBA, and then when he was briefly with the Celtics at the end, I think for one season at the end. Number 2, jersey number 3, number 2 from NBA. Sorry to my buddy Big Slim. I saw this before he did. This is one we both wanted, and the last like 3 or 4 times it came up on eBay, it was a 48, and we both said it would be very interesting the first time it comes up when it's not a 48, when it's a bigger size, and it came up, and I was the first to see it. It was a buy it now, real cheap, and I happened to see it before he did. So it's not in his Slim Pickens closet. It's in MightyFans locker room, but I'm sure it will be in his collection at some point too. So it's got the Houston Rockets. This just came in the mail today. Moses Malone. This is the last Malone I needed for the set because I have his Sixers and I have his Spirits of St. Louis jersey. So now I got his Rockets. This is really hard to get. 79.80. For whatever reason, the last 3 or 4 times it hit eBay, it was a 48, and then over last week it came up in a 52, and I saw it first. Apologies to him, but hey, that's the life of collecting. Malone 24, everything single stitched. El Salvador run, older run, really nice. Definitely recommend this. Anyone who doesn't have it in the collection yet, like Big Slim. Hopefully you get it soon. All right, let's go to football because it's almost football season, right? These next 2 I got from Ron off of Facebook. And I love these. I don't have a lot of collegiate jerseys in any sport, but when I saw these, I had to have them. University of Georgia, Herschel Walker. These are Gridiron Greats. That's the company that made this. These are really nice. I've never had a Gridiron Greats jersey in the collection until I bought from Ron. And I've been looking for some more since then because they are really nice. So this is the home red, and everything is pressed on as it should be. And of course, Walker was a beast in college. One of the all-time great running backs in the history of collegiate football. Of course, had a pretty good NFL career and was traded, that big trade that helped Dallas get some pieces to win a few Super Bowls. As an Eagles fan, I don't really... I'm not too happy about that, but hey, I mean, hey, kudos to them. They pulled off that great deal. And of course, Walker spent some time with the Eagles, too. He had some pretty good years with the Eagles, actually. Wouldn't mind getting his Eagles jersey someday, actually. So this is the home, and I got the set. So this is the away. And this is just, both of them are just really nice, but I love just that pressed on everything. Nothing stitched. The only thing stitched on these jerseys is the jock tag. And there you get a good look at it. It's kind of like Mitchell & Ness. It gives you the year and everything like that. It says Herschel Walker, Georgia, 1980, which is really nice. And just get a close-up of that. Real nice, pressed on. Walker. I'm still looking to get a vintage Georgia hat to go with these. There's a couple I have my eyes on eBay. I just want to get the right one. You know, the right one that's going to go with both of them. I think I found one, so I think I'm going to be picking that up pretty soon. So, Herschel Walker, University of Georgia, home and away. And these are two others that showed up at the doorstep. Picked these up. Pretty good deal on these. I don't have a lot of the long sleeve NFL that Mitchell & Ness made, but I really wanted to get these. Bart Starr, Green Bay Packers. This is an older run. I believe this is a USA run. And it's got the jock tag on the bottom. 15, single stitched. It's also got the NFL 50th patch on there, on the sleeve. Really nice jersey. Heavy, but just, I mean, they don't make them like this anymore, as we know. Everything's made in China now, but, I mean, back in the day, it's beautiful work. Actually, these are made in Korea. I stand corrected. I do see the tag now. This is from 1969. And the only other 69 that I have is a Dick Butkus Bears. So we got Bart Starr, and another Packers legend, an NFL legend as well, Ray Nitschke. Long sleeve again, single stitched. Another career run. This is a 1966, so it matches the number. Nitschke, great defensive player, many years in Green Bay, Korea. Both of these are size 52s too, so they're perfect for me. So here's the Packers representing from the 60s, from their Titletown years. And last but not least, I just saw a great documentary. It was on HBO Sports. It was from years ago, but it was in a group from Throwback King posted. He found it on YouTube and he posted it, and it talked a little about the history of the throwback, why throwback the throwback game became so big when it did, and of course pop culture had a huge deal to do with it. You know, the hip hop community. You know, music videos, magazine covers, athletes, of course, were in them too, like Iverson, back in the day. And one of the first jerseys that really set it off for Mitchell & Ness in those days is this one, Nolan Ryan, and this is the older USA run. And this is the one that kind of set it off for Mitchell & Ness back then. It appeared in a music video, and it just boom, it took off back in the early 2000s, and it just, you know, took off. So, but of course, us Jersey heads, it's not a fad for us. We get them because we love them. We have a passion for it. But this is the Mitchell & Ness USA, Nolan Ryan, 1980, jock tag. But, I mean, it's definitely one of the more iconic jerseys. This is the one that, a lot of people still will look for today to get in their collections. And it took me a bit, but I finally got one. I actually got, full disclosure, I got one years ago before I really was, part of the jersey community and really knew a whole lot, but it was a knockoff. I didn't know at the time. And it took me a little while. I kind of, was sleeping on this for a while, but I had to get it. For a few reasons. One is because it's an awesome jersey. The other is because of the kind of the history behind this jersey with the throwback game. It was this one that really kind of set it all off, and I really wanted to get it. Just to have it. And of course, you can't go wrong with a Nolan Ryan or an Astros. I call it the Starburst jersey, but I think that's what its title was, but I could be wrong. Still really nice, and you definitely will get noticed wearing this, just like it was on that rap video years ago. Anyone that wears this, you definitely get noticed in the group. So, one more thing before I depart for this video. This isn't a new pickup, but it's an addition. So this is the 2015 Chris Bryant MLB All-Star on-field authentic. The one thing I said before I wanted to get on this jersey I was able to get, and that's the Ernie Banks Memorial patch. Of course, we all know Ernie passed away before the season last year. The Cubs wore this patch on this sleeve all season, even in the postseason, even with the postseason patch. The only time they wore this patch on top of the Cubs crest was during that All-Star game, and those players that were in the All-Star game, including Mr. Bryant. Now, this jersey didn't come with this patch, so I found it. I hunted around on eBay until I saw one that matched as close as I can get to the one that they wore during that game. I compared this patch to some authentic Cubs jerseys that someone was selling from 2015 that has the patch on there, and this was as close as I can get to the original, if it's not the original. And had it put on top of the Cubs crest, just like it was in that All-Star game. So everyone will always know this is a 2015 All-Star jersey, not just because of the All-Star logo patch, but because it has the Ernie Banks Memorial patch on top of the Cubs crest. Yes, us jersey heads can be perfectionists sometimes, but I wanted to get it done like this because I want to get his jersey every year, and I got, as you saw in the last video, I got this year's jersey. And I had this addition made to last year's All-Star jersey as well. So there you go. Now it's officially complete. All right, everyone. Well, I'm feeling like Frosty the Snowman towards the end when he kind of melted away in the green room. So I'm gonna take off for now. I do have a few lids actually. I want to get to these. I got such a great. These were just finds at Ross the other day. For those of you who don't go to Ross, you got to go. Okay. So these are on-field fitteds. These are actually they actually changed them now. But so you can get like the last how many years on-field fitteds really cheap. So I got the Chiefs to go with Marcus Allen and Joe Montana. Still want to get Derek Thomas someday. But Chiefs. I got the New York Titans. This one is to go with Mr. Don Maynard. And I got Houston Texans, just because I like that. And before... I found some others, and right here actually, I Falcons, and I got this Rams, just because I liked it. It says St. Louis Rams on the back. Of course, now they're the LA Rams, but it's kind of cool to have that on there. So, yeah. All right. This time for sure. I'm gonna sign off for now, but shout outs as always to all my family, friends, fellow DeviantArt members, all the fellow Jersey heads out there, all the groups on Facebook. Anyone I'm forgetting, as always, this is Mighty Fan saying peace. I will see you in the next one. I got to towel off. All right, everyone, take care. Bye. The Pickups of August.